Alrighty, let's figure these out. Solve the triangles. Okay. Let's see, I got this angle, and this is the opposite, and the hypotenuse. So it says solve the triangles, so I'm going to find everything. There is an x there, but that's okay. So sine of 33 is 21 over x. I'm going to multiply by x and divide by the sine of 33. I do 21 divided by the sine of 33, and I get 38.6. That is what x is. To find this missing angle here, all I got to do is 90 minus 33 and get 57. And then to find the other missing side, I'm going to use the angle and the opposite, and this is the adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent of 33 is 21 over, I'm going to make that a smiley face for funsies, multiply by smiley face, divide by the tangent of 33, so 21 divided by the tangent of 33, and I get 32.3, and that is all the missing pieces of that triangle. Let's do the same thing here. That's my angle, this is the opposite, this is the hypotenuse. So the sine of something is 9 over 18. Take the inverse sine of both sides, the inverse sine, you're going to get 30. And then you get 60 here. And then you could do this in like so many different ways. I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. 9 squared plus whatever that face is squared equals 18 squared. Take 18 squared, which everyone knows is 324, subtract 9 squared, which everyone knows is 81, and you get 243, so this is going to be the square root of 243. If you left it like that, that would be okay. If you gave us the approximate value of that, which is 15.6, that would be okay. The best, loveliest answer would be 9 root 3, but you know, you do you. Sun is at an angle of elevation of 58 degrees. That's the sun. Tree casts a shadow, 20 meters. So you got a tree here. How tall is the tree? So that looks like tangent to me. Tangent of 58 is something over 20. The something is going to be 20 times the tangent of 58, and that is 32. So 32 meters. A person starts out 17 miles from the base of a mountain. So, mountain. 17 miles away, and we look up 4 degrees. When they move 12 miles closer, so they're now only 5 miles away, what will be their angle of elevation? So let's find, for the pink triangle, the height of the mountain. That's the tangent of 4 equals the mountain over 17. So that means the mountain, 17 tangent of 4, the mountain is 1.188. So I'll call that I'm just going to write down a couple digits. 76. That's miles. And then in the blue triangle, let's change colors to blue. Blue, so I know what that is now. It's still the tangent of something is the mountain, which is that 1.18876 over 5. So I'm going to do the inverse tangent of, I'm actually going to use the exact value on my calculator, over 5, and I get, I'll call it 13.4 degrees. I'm gonna be spicy, I'm going to do this one next. Find measure of angle A. So angle A is here. This is a side, and a side. So this is the law of cosines. So it's going to be 4 squared equals 8 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 8 times 10 cosine of A. Okay, I'll do this in stages for you. I'm going to take 4 squared, subtract 8 squared, and subtract 10 squared. And I'm going to get negative 148. I'm also going to do 2 times 8 times 10, I don't need a calculator for that, that's negative 160, cosine of A. I'm going to divide 148 divided by 160, and then I'm going to do the inverse cosine of 148 over 160. And if you're like, bro, why'd you not write the negatives? Well, a negative over a negative is a positive. So inverse cosine of that is, I got 22.3 degrees. I got triangle ABC. Does not have to be drawn to scale. I just want a picture in front of me. B is 54. C is 61. A is 28. That's little a, so that's that side length. Find C. So I want to find this. So I want to put C over the sine of C, which is 61, equals A over the sine of A. But I need to find out what A is. Well, A is going to be 180 minus 54 minus 61. And then to find what C is, I'm going to do 28 times the sine of 61 divided by the sine of 65. So that's 27. There's 0.02, but I'm just going to call it 27. Given the angle below, sketch the angle in standard position. So 4 pi over 3, that means go a pi and then pi over 3 more. So that's going to be something like that. Two coterminal angles. Well, I have 4/3, and I could add 6/3 to that, and that's going to be 10/3. No, that's negative 4/3 here. Silly. So negative 4/3 plus 6/3 is 2/3. I could add another 6/3, so I could call it 8/3. I could have also gone backwards. So if I have negative 4, I could call it negative 10/3. However you want to think about it. Any of those will work. 660. That's 360. 90 more is 450. 90 more is 540. 90 more is 630. So 660 is going to be somewhere here. 660. I'm going to subtract 360 from that and call it 300. And then I'm going to subtract 360 again, call it negative 60. I could have added 360 if I wanted to. That would be okay also. Find the measure of the reference angle. Okay, that's this little guy. So it's 10. Convert from radians to degrees. So we'll put that 180 in there. 180 over 60 is 30. That's 330. 150 over 180, slap on a pi. Zeros go away. 15 and 8 both have 3's in them, so that's 5/6. Oh, now for the magic. You ready for the magic? Pi over 6, sine of pi over 6 is a half. Cosine of pi over 6 is root 3 over 2, so it's 1 over root 3. 135, that's the sine of 45, which is root 2 over 2. No, not over, just the sine of 45. But in second quadrant, that means it is still positive. Tangent of negative 60, well, it's the sine of 60, which is root 3 over 2, over the cosine of 60, which is 1/2. And then, sorry, my brain just fell out for a second. It's fourth quadrant, so tangent is negative, so it's going to be negative root 3. Cotangent. So cotangent is cosine over sine. 3 pi over 2 is the same thing as pi over 2. Well, at least reference angle-wise. So cosine of pi over 2 is 0. Sine of pi over 2 is 1. And that's 0. I don't have to worry about positive, negative. 7 pi over 6, same thing as pi over 6. Pi over 6 is 1/2. But negative 7 pi over 6 puts me in Q2. And we are positive there. Cosecant of 2 pi over 3, so that's the sine of 2 pi over 3, which is the sine of pi over 3, which is root 3 over 2. But wait, I got to flip it over, so 2 over root 3. 2 pi over 3 is in second quadrant again. Sine is positive, so that would be an acceptable answer. If you want to get all rationalized in the denominator, you could do that.